everyone, Scooney007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 5-7 Milwaukee Brewers taking on the 7-6 St. Louis Cardinals. This is game one of a three-game series between the Brewers and the Cardinals. And here is the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off, the second baseman, Ricky Weeks. Batting second, the center fielder, Gabe Gross. Batting third, the left fielder, Ryan Braun. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Prince Fielder. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Billy Hall. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Corey Hart. Batting seventh, the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Batting eighth, the pitcher, Dave Bush. And batting ninth, the catcher, Jason Kendall. On the mound for the Cardinals, it is Brandon Looper, who comes into the game with a 2.57 ERA. No wins, one loss. 14 innings pitched, allowed 14 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. We're here at Busch Stadium, which gives a -3 to strikeouts, nothing to walks, and nothing to home runs. And with that, Ricky Weeks steps up, and we are ready to start. He's batting a 151 as the home plate umpire dusts off home plate. And here's the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, possible error on a throw. We're going to go to Ricky's card now. Ricky with column 4, row 6. That's going to be a triple. And that's going to be a triple out there to Ankle. Ankle's error range is a 0. That's a 16. Throwing, only applicable if we're rolling for runner advancement. Otherwise, no error. And with that, Ricky Weeks leads this game off with a triple. Let's take a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. Out there in left field, we've got Duncan. Ankle will be out there in center field. Schumacher at right field. Going around the horn, Gladys is on third. Ezekiel's at short. Kennedy is at second. Pujols on first. Milan behind the plate. And Looper is on the mound. Gabe Gross batting a 261. Strategy roll is a 13. Anytime we have a base runner on, we roll for strategy. So we'll consult the strategy die first before we start off with the pitcher. And here is the pitch to Gabe Gross. Gross batting a 261. Brewers holding off on strategy. 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That's going to be a walk result. Result on a 1-14. That's a 10. And that's going to put runners on the corners. That's going to bring up Ryan Braun. Braun batting a 306. Strategy rolls a 19. Infield at normal depth. And here's the pitch. 3-6. Column 3, row 6, strikeout. On a 1-8. The 13 is too high. Column 6, row 1, that's going to be a base hit past Kennedy. And with that, Weeks will score. Gross will go to second. He'll get the hold sign. He advances from first to third under 3 through 6. His base run rating is a 2, and the stop sign goes up. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Prince Fielder. Fielder batting a 3-47. Strategy roll is a 16, and here's the pitch. Column 1, row 3, that's going to be a blank. Column 4, row 2, that's going to be a base hit out there into left field. Duncan goes back, can't get it. Loads the bases up, and we're going to check for base run here. So we'll roll the 2d6. We have a 1. Tells us to check the second die. We're going to check against that 3. So with a 1 there, the lead runner will advance. So lead runner on both of these outcomes will advance. So Gross will score. Now we're taking a look at Ryan Braun. Braun's base run rating is a 3. That die roll is a 3. If roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner's BR, no adjustments. The trailing runner advances on the throw. So with that, Braun will advance to third, and Prince Fielder will get the hold sign, and he'll stay at first. Because his base run rating is a 1, that is a 3, and he'll get the hold sign. So with that, the Brewers have runners on the corners, and Billy Hall will come up. He's batting a 244. Strategy roll is a 3, and here's the pitch. Column 5, row 3, that's going to be a blank. Column 2, row 6, double star 5. We'll look at the 5th position on the double star line. That is a ground ball to Gladys to the third base. Runner is... Are we going to try to send him? Yes, they are. Are they going to go for the double play? Yes, they are going to go for the double play. So with that, Braun will score. And with this, Prince Fielder, base run rating of a 1. If 1d6 higher than base runner, then the BR, then out, otherwise safe. Fielder will be out at second, and Hall will be on. So they're going to bring the corners in. Strategy roll is a 19, and that is going to be a sacrifice play. They're going to do a sac bunt here. Corey Hart batting a 176. And that is going to be column 1, row 4. That's going to be a blank. And it's fouled off. Will we do the attempt? Yes, we will. So with that, it is a successful sac bunt. 2 outs, and they get Hall over to second. And J.J. Hardy up. Hardy batting a 268. Strategy roll is a 2. Infield normal depth, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 4, that's going to be a blank. Column 3, row 3, double star 1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Bezuchis will get that and make the catch. So, and retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Leading off, the right fielder, Skip Schumacher. Batting second, the left fielder, Chris Duncan. Batting third, the first baseman, Albert Pujols. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Rick Ankel. He's in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Troy Gladys. Batting sixth, the catcher, Yadier Molina. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Adam Kennedy. Batting eighth, the pitcher, Brandon Looper. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Cesar Bezuchis. On the mound for the Brewers, it is Dave Bush. Bush will comes into the game with a 5.14 ERA. No wins, 2 losses. He's pitched 14 innings, allowed 14 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 9 walks. And with that, Here comes Schumacher. He's batting a 190, a 139. 5-4. Column 5, row 4. That's going to be a walk on a 1-8. The 17 is too high. 5-2. Column 5, row 2. Power hit to Hart. That's going to be a 10. On a 1-8, it's a double. On a 9 through 13, that's going to be a triple. 14 to 20, it's going to be a fly ball out. And on a 9 to 13, that's going to be a triple for Skip. So Ricky starts the game off with a triple, and Skip comes right back to answer. He'll get a triple, a leadoff triple as well. And here is the starting defense for the Brewers as Schumacher makes his way to third base. Braun is out there in left field. Gross at center. Hart is at right field, going around the horn. Hall at third. Hardy is at short. Weeks is on second. Fielder is at first. Kendall behind the plate. Ed Bush is on the mound. Chris Duncan up. Duncan is batting a 258. Strategy rolls a 16. Cardinals holding off on Stratton. Here's the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a walk plus. Now, in a walk plus, we add 10 plus the rating for the ballpark. In this case, it's a 0, so we're adding a straight 10. That's a 24. So, in a 1 to 24, that's a 2. And that's going to be a walk. And with that, we have runners on the corners. Albert Pujols will come up. Pujols batting a 408. Strategy roll is a 4, and here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's a home run. On a 1 to 20, that's a 3. And that ball is gone. And it's a fly ball down the left field side. Braun going back to the wall. And it's out of here. 3-run home run by Albert Pujols. And that ties the game up. Pujols, that's his 6th home run of the season. First of the game, ties the game up. And we have a tie ball game. Rick Ankle comes up. Ankle batting a 267. And here's the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a double star. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Hart. Hart makes the catch, 1 away. Troy Gladys batting a 341. Here's the pitch. Column 2, row 4, strikeout on a 1 to 6. That's a 6. Struck him out. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up Yadier. Yadier is batting a 263, and here's the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1. The 3 is too high. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a G6. A ground ball to the shortstop. Hardy will make that catch and retire the side. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and none left on for the Cardinals. 1 left on for the Brewers. At the end of 1, we have a tie game. It's 3-all. We go to the top of the second. It's Dave Bush, Jason Kendall, and Ricky Weeks due up for the Brew Crew. Dave Bush, he's batting 500, and here's the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-16, that's a 10. Struck him out. So 1 away, and we go to Jason Kendall. Kendall batting a .324, and here's the pitch. Kendall 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's an at result. We're going to go to Busch Stadium. We're going to go to the ballpark card. Column 3, row 4. That's going to be a good enough for a base hit down the first baseline. Pujols can't get it in time, as the ball slips right through his legs. And with that, Kendall is safe with a base hit. So we go to the top of the order. As the order will flip over, Ricky Weeks up. He's 1 for 1 with a triple and a run scored. Strategy roll is an 18. Infield double play depth. Brewers holding off. And here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-14, that's a 14. And that's going to be a walk. So runners now on first and second, and that's going to bring up Gabe Gross. Gross is 0 for 0 with a walk and a run scored. He walked his last time up. Strategy rolls a 20. Now, anytime a 20 comes up on the strategy die, it's a pickoff attempt. On a 1-3, we have a pickoff. 7 outside of that range, so no pickoff attempt. And here's the pitch to Gabe. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strike. On a 1-7, the 15 is too high. Column 2, row 5, ground ball to Kennedy. And with that, Kendall will go over to third. And with that, we have a 3. So the roll, ground double play. And here's how we get that. We take the ground double play rating plus the double play rating on the pitcher's card. In this case, Looper has a 0. We hit it to G4. We're done. Take a look at the shortstop. So Kennedy will get it. Ezutris is a +1. So that's where we get the 3. We roll the D6. That's a 3. And that's going to be a double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Adam Kennedy, Brandon Looper, and Cesar Ezutris drew up for the Cardinals. Adam Kennedy batting a .306, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 6, double question mark. On a 1-9, we're going to take a look. He's a left-handed batter. So on a 1-9, the 18 is too high. Outside of the double star range for that, column 3, row 2, ground ball to Hall. Out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Brandon Looper. Looper batting a 167, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 6, double star, fly ball out there to Bond. And that is going to be out number 2. When it's a double star off the pitcher's card on the program here, it's going to be random. We don't know what the double star line will show on that. Cesar Ezutris is up. He's batting a .232, and here's the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, that's going to be a blank. 4-2, column 4, row 2, fly ball out there to Hart. Hart goes back, makes the catch, and retires the side, no runs. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning. Easy inning to score there as the Brewers retired the Cardinals in order. After 2, we're still tied at 3. We go to the top of the third. It's Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder, and Billy Hall due up for the Brew Crew. Ryan Braun 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI, and here's the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5, strikeout on a 1-8. The 18 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2, ground ball to Gladys. And that's going to be out number 1. So out 1. Prince Fielder is up. Fielder is 1-for-1 with an RBI. Column 2, row 1, possible error. Column 4, row 5, and that's going to be a line drive to Kennedy. And that is out number 2. Billy Hall. Hall is 0-for-1 with an RBI. Column 6, row 4, strikeout on a 1-12. That's a 2. Struck him out. So the Cardinals return the favor and retire the Brewers in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Skip Schumacher, Chris Duncan, and Albert Pujols due up for the Cardinals. Skip is 1-for-1 with a triple and a run scored, and here's the pitch. 4-2-4, column 2, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-2. The 20 is too high. 5-3, column 5, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Hart. Hart makes the catch, and that's going to bring up Chris Duncan. Duncan walked with a run scored, and here's the pitch. Column 1, row 5, that's going to be a walk. That's a 1-14, that's a 6, and they walk him yet again. So with a runner on first, strategy roll is a 14. Albert Pujols is 1-for-1 with a home run, a run, and 3 RBIs. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a range play. 1-2, column 1, row 2, fly ball out there to Braun. Braun's range is on a 1-3, that's a 6. So we'll roll 1d6 against his range check. That's the first number. That's a 6. And that's going to be a double for Pujols. On a 5 through 6, we'll roll another die. It's going to be a double. And since Duncan's base run ratings is a 0, the ABR, it's adjusted, he'll hold. So if it's less than 1, he holds on that. Rick Ankle is up. He's 0-for-1. Strategy roll is an 11. Runners on second and third, and here's the pitch. Column 2, row 4, strikeout on a 1-11. That's a 2. Struck him out. So we have a pickoff attempt here. Dave Bush doesn't pick anyone off, but I still show that off for the sake of the software. Troy Gladys is 0-for-1 with a strikeout. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's going to be a strike. That's a 6 on a 1-6. That's a 6. Struck him out. So that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Cardinals after 3. We're still tied at 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Corey Hart, J.J. Hardy, and Dave Bush due up for the Brew Crew. Corey Hart, 0-for-0, and here's the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a home run on a 1-10. The 16 is too high. Does not get the home run. Column 1, row 4, double star 6. That's a fly ball instead to Duncan. As Duncan will make the catch at the wall to retire the side for the first out. J.J. Hardy is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a blank. Column 2, row 4. Fly ball to Ankle out there in center field. Ankle will make the catch. Dave Bush is 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Yadier Milan, Adam Kennedy, and Brandon Looper due up for the Cardinals. Yadier is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 5, that's going to be a strike on a 1. The 8 is too high. Column 5, row 3, ground ball to Hardy, and that's going to be out number 1. Adam Kennedy is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a double star. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Gross. 2 away. Brandon Looper is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Looper, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a walk. There would be a walk on a 1-7. The 9 is too high. 4-4, column 4, row 4, ground ball to Fielder, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Brewers retire the Cardinals in order. 3 up, 3 down. After 4, we're still tied at 3-all. We go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Jason Kendall, Ricky Weeks, and Gabe Gross due up for the Brew Crew. Brandon Looper can face 9 more batters before he's considered tired. And here is the pitch to Jason Kendall. Column 2, row 4, that's going to be a strikeout on a 1. The 10 is too high. Column 5, row 2, double star 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to Zutris. And that's going to be out number 1. 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Ricky Weeks, 1 for 1 with a triple, a walk, and a run scored. And here's the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, possible error on the throw. Column 3, row 5, ground ball to Gladys. Gladys's range is on a 1-4. That's the number in the parentheses there. That's an 8, and that's going to be no error there. Gabe Gross is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and here's the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is going to be a walk. On a split like this, we'll take a look at the result on the left-hand side because he is a left-handed pitch batter. On a 1-14, then it's going to be a 5. And that's going to be a walk for Gabe Gross. So Gabe is on first. Anytime we have 2 outs, the base run ratings will get a +1 to their number. And Ryan Braun will come up. Braun is 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 4, and here's the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-8, the 13 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. Base hit, pass ankle. And Gross will go to second and get the hold sign. Ankle's arm is a -2, so that's how we get the 0. So Gross will get the hold sign. Runners now on first and second. Prince Fielder is 1 for 2 with an RBI. The strategy roll is a 17, and here's the pitch. Column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 7. That's a 7. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Cesar Izutris, Skip Schumacher, and Chris Duncan due up for the Cardinals. Dave Bush can face 9 more batters before he's considered tired. Cesar Izutris is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4, that's going to be a blank. Column 2, row 2, power hit the Braun. On a 17, that's going to be a triple. So at a 1-9, it would have been a single. On a 10-18, it's a double. On a 19 through 20, that's a triple. That's a 17. That's going to be a double. And Cesar Izutris will lead off with a double. We go to the top of the order. Skip Schumacher, 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 13, infield at normal depth, and here's the pitch. Column 1, row 5, that's going to be a walk. On a 1-8, the 19 is too high. So they don't walk Skip. 3-5, column 3, row 5, it's a ground ball to Weeks. And that is going to be an out at first. It's a ground out. Runners will advance on balls at the first, second, or the catcher. So Izutris will go over to scoring position, and they get Schumacher out at first. So with that, Chris Duncan is up. Go-ahead run, only 90 feet away. Chris Duncan with 2 walks and a run scored. Strategy roll is a 14. Column 6, row 5, that's going to be a strikeout result. That's a 1-9. The 20 is too high. 3-2, column 3, row 2, fly ball to Gross. And that is going to be a failed sacrifice roll. It's an FS, so we'll check the 1 against this roll here. That's a 6, it's too high. However, second chance on that for it. We have a 2. We're going to roll for the advancement. We'll see if he does advance. If roll is less than or equal to the ABR, the adjusted base run rating, the runner will advance. Otherwise, they hold, and it is equaled. So Duncan with a sac fly will get Izutris home. It's a 1-run lead for the Cardinals. And that's going to bring up Albert Pujols. Pujols is 2 for 2 with a double, a run, a home run, a run, and 3 RBIs. 2 outs, and here's the pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout result. On a 1-3, the 10 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3, ground ball to Hardy. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors, and none left on. After 5, it's Cardinals 4, Brewers 3, and we go to the top of the 6th. It's Billy Hall, Corey Hart, and J.J. Hardy due up. Brandon Looper can face 4 more batters before he's considered tired. Bill Hall, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI, and here's the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1, that's going to be a blank. Hall is a right-handed batter, so we're going to look at the right-handed side of the slash. 3-2, column 3, row 2, and that's going to be a ground ball to Gladys. And that will be out number 1, Corey Hart. 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a hit by pitch. We're going to look at the hit by pitch rating here. That's an 11. Looper will give a +5 to the hit by pitch range. That's a 6, and Hart gets hit by the pitch. Hit and run attempt. We have a strategy roll of 5. We'll take a look at the ATT number. That's going to be a 4. So in hit and run, it's going to be a +2 from the ATT plus the H. So with that, we have a hit and run. The infield going to come in. Corey Hart is 0 for 2, and here's how the hit and run walks. All ground double play ratings will get a -2. All base run ratings, the BR, get a +2. Home run and walks get cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are considered double plays, and if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as a steal. And here's the pitch to Hardy, who's 0 for 2. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-6, that's a 2. Struck him out. And with that, Corey will steal second. Base run rating is a 15. That evens out. And we roll for the stolen base. That's a 10. They struck him out, but they couldn't get him out at second. He beat the tag. Dave Bush is 0 for 2 with the strikeout, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 16. The Brewers holding off. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's a strike. That's a 16. That's a 2. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Rick Ankel, Troy Gladys, and Yadier Milan drew up for the Cardinals. Rick Ankel is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star, fly ball out there to Hart. And that is going to be out number 1. 1 away. Troy Glennis is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day, and here's the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-19, that's a 16. It's in range, and that's going to be good for a walk. So runner on first, Yadier Milan will come up. He's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 9. Cardinals holding off. And here's the pitch. Infield double play depth. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1, that's a 10. The 10 is too high. And that is going to be 3-5, column 3, row 5, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Gross. 2 away. 2 away with a runner on first. Adam Kennedy is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 7. Cardinals holding off. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout result. That's a 4. The 19 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Braun. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And 1 left on for the Cardinals. After 6, it's Cardinals 4, Brewers 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Jason Kendall, Ricky Weeks, and Gabe Gross due up for the Brew Crew. And with that, the Cardinals have a new pitcher on the mound for this inning. And they're going to bring in Jason Mote. That is his card. Mote, no ERA. He's pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Brandon Looper. Looper went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 1.15. So he's going to have to face off against Jason Kendall, Ricky Weeks, and Gabe Gross. And here is the pitch to Jason Kendall. Kendall is 1 for 2. Column 5, row 5, that is going to be a blank. Column 3, row 5, and that's going to be good for a base hit. So the reason we consider that as a blank is the pitcher is not tired yet. He has not faced the number of batters, so we ignore the rate, we ignore the S1 because he's not tired. The only exception to that is the double question mark. Strategy roll is a 14, and we go to the top of the order. Ricky Weeks is 1 for 2 with a triple, a walk, and a run scored, and here's the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5, that's going to be a hit by pitch. That's an 8. That's a -10 for Jason Mote. That is an 8, and that's going to be hit by pitch. Umpire warning him, and he warns both managers, on that. Gabe Gross up. Gross is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 2, and here's the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a strikeout plus, we add 10 to the range. That's a 17. That's a 9. Remember, we -3, so we're actually adding 7 to that number. And struck him out looking. 1 away. We have a pickoff attempt. Jason Mote doesn't pick anyone off, but we'll show that for the prove out. Ryan Braun is 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI, and here's the pitch. Runner is on first and second. 6-6, column 6. Row 6, that's a wild pitch on a 1-2. It's a passed ball. And that's a 5, nothing happens. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Duncan. Out number 2, and Kendall will get the hold sign. And that's going to bring up Prince Fielder. Mote now tired. Strategy rolls a 3. 1-5, column 1, row 5, range play at Busch Stadium. So we're going to go to the ballpark card. Column 1, row 6, ground ball to Azuchis. So we're going to check Azuchis' range. He's on a 1-4. We roll 1d6. That's a 1. And he'll make the catch. Tag Kendall. So it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on as we sing. Take me up to the ball game. So let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 innings of play. Milwaukee, 3 runs in the first, and they've been scoreless since then. 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors, and the Cardinals. 3 runs in the first, a run in the 5th. 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Jason Mote, Cesar Izutris, and Skip Schumacher due up. Jason Mote not taking the hit here. So they're going to bring in Brian Brondon to come in to pinch hit. They're going to leave Bush on. He can face one more batter, but they're going to see what he can do in this inning. The bullpen for the Brewers is warming up as we speak. Brandon, no average yet. This is the first time we're seeing him. So let's take a look at his stats. So this is the first time we're seeing him. He's played in 9 games, had 9 at-bats, and 1 RBI driven in. So, driven 1 RBI, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 6-2, column 6, row 2. And that's going to be good for a single pass fielder. So Brian is on with a base hit. And that's going to make Bush tired. They're going to leave him in. Strategy rolls at 2. Now, with an N on an ATT rating, we can never do hit and runs. Hit and runs cannot be attempted with an N. So the infielder is going to come in, and that's going to bring up Cesar Izutris. Izutris is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Column 2, row 4. Strikeout result on a 1. The 16 is too high. Column 3, row 5, ground ball to Hardy. And that is going to be on a fielder's choice. Brian will get forced out at second. And Izutris is on with a base hit. So still attempt for Izutris. Izutris is a switch. So with that, we do know it's going to be a -2. It might be a -1 or a -3. 16. It's going to be a -3 on a 1 to 2. He will advance. So he's safe at second. However, we now check to see if it was an error committed by the pitcher. So we're going to check for a catcher's error. And that is a 20. Kendall's range is on a 1 to 4. There is no throwing error. So Izutris is safe at second. Schumacher 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star. Ground ball to Weeks. And that is going to be an out at first. Izutris will go to third. 2 outs with a runner now only 90 feet away from home. And with that, they are going to pull Dave Bush. Bush will get the pull. And they're going to bring in Mitch Stitter. Yep. Mitch Stutler will come in. That's his card. Now, he does have a special K rating, so we'll explain about that when it comes up. But right now, no ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses, has pitched 5 innings, allowed 1 hit, 12 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So they only need 1 more out, and they're going to bring up Chris Duncan. He can face 4 batters. Taking a look at the stats here for Dave Bush. Bush went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 5.22. However, he is responsible for Izutris. And here is the pitch to Chris Duncan. Column 1, row 1, it's going to be a possible error on a throw. So the special K range is on a 1 to 20. It would be considered as a strikeout. That's going to be a 14, so no strikeout there. Column 3, row 2, it's going to be a fly ball to Gross, and that will retire the side. So we'll get a little, it's no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go after 7. It's Cardinals St. Louis 4, Milwaukee 3. We go to the top of the 8th. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Cardinals. And they are going to bring up Ross Springer. Yeah, they're going to bring in Chris Perez. Perez will come in. That's his card. And with that, they do have a couple changes. Ankle is going to come out at center field. And Ryan Ludwig will take over. In center field. That is the only change. Nobody else moves. Billy Hall up. Hall is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Chris Perez comes into the game with an 8.18 ERA. So no wins, no losses. 3 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Yep. 1 left on for the Cardinals. We go to the top of the 8th. Bill Hall, Corey Hart, J.J. Hardy. 2-3, column 2, row 3, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Busch Stadium. Column 5, row 2, that's going to be it's a base hit to Kennedy, but we have to check his range. Kennedy's range is on a 1-3. He'll make the catch. That's a 2. It's in range. He'll take it, throw it over to Pujols. And he'll throw it over, 1 away, and that's going to bring up Corey Hart. Hart is 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a blank. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Fly ball out there to Ludwig. He'll make the catch, 2 away. And J.J. Hardy will come up. Hardy is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch. Column 4, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 2 up, 2 down. 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star 2. And that's a fly ball out there to Ludwig. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Cardinals retire the Brewers. As the Cardinals retire the Brewers in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Albert Pujols, Ryan Braun, and Troy Gladys due up for the Cardinals. Gross coming out. Now they're going to make a change to their defense as well. Center field, Gross coming out. And they're going to bring in Tony Gwynn. Gwynn will come in. Albert Pujols is up. They're going to leave Mitch in. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 2, row 4. Home run chance on a 1-17. So on a home run question mark. First of all, we check the range here on the pitcher's card. His range is on a 1-17. The 13 is in range. The 11 outside of the range of the special K. That's a 20. That's an 11. And that ball is out of here. And that's headed over into Big Mac land. It's now 5-3 on a solo home run for Albert Pujols. That's his second home run of the game. And that is going to bring up Ryan Ludwig. Ludwig is 0 for 0. And the Brewers are going to pull Mitch. So they're going to go with Guerrero Mota. That's his card. Mota, 1 win, no losses, no saves, 6 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Mitch. Mitch went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, and 1 home run, an ERA of a 1.70. And here is the pitch to Ryan Ludwig. Ludwig, column 6, row 6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Busch Stadium. And that is going to be 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Braun. And that is out number 1. 1 away. We go to the top of the order. We go to Troy Gladys. Gladys is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. Two, 4, column 2, row 4, home run chance on a 1-4. The 15 is too high. Column 4, row 6, double star 3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Hart. 2 away. Yadier Molina is 0 for 3, and here's the pitch. Column 3, row 3, 3-3. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 1. The 12 is too high. And that is going to be 3-4. Column 3, row 4. Fly ball out there to Gwynn. And that will retire the side. So 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors for the Cardinals after 8. It's Cardinals 5, Brewers 3, as the Brewers retire the Cardinals in order. We go to the top of the 9th. It's Guerrero Mota, Jason Kendall, and Ricky Weeks due up for the Brewers. Let's take a look at the box score of the game. The Brewers scored 3 runs in the first, and they've been shut out since 8 for the remaining of the game. 5 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Cardinals, 3 runs in the first, a run in the 5th. They picked up a lone run in the 8th on a solo home run. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Chris Perez coming out. As the Cardinals will bring up they're going to bring in Ryan Franklin to close out this game. That is his card. Franklin will come up. Guerrero Mota will take going to bring in a pinch hitter. And they're going to bring in Joe Dillon. Dillon will pinch hit. Brewers down by 2, and here's the pitch. Oh yeah, Ryan Franklin comes into the game with a 10.75. He's got 1 loss, 2 saves, 6 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Take a look at the stats here for Chris Perez. Perez went 1 inning, an ERA of a 6.28. And here is the pitch to Joe Dillon. Brewers down by 2, 2-5, column 2, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. 6-4, column 6, row 4, double star 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Izutris. It's a G6, so we'll check the 5. We go above. That's a 6 on the double star line. Izutris' error range is a 1 to 8. That's the number in the brackets. That's a 4. It's an error on a ground ball. It's a 1-base error as Izutris will boot the ball. And with that, Dillon is on. They are going to now bring in a pinch runner, and they're going to bring in Herman to pinch run. Herman's base run rating is a 3. They're going to bring in a fast runner. Jason Kendall is 2 for 3, and here's the pitch. Kendall, 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's a wild pitch. It's a wild pitch on a 1 to 13. Pass ball on a 4 to 16. That's a 5. It's a wild pitch. Pitches it wild. Herman will go over to second. And they do have a runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run, the tying run, is at the plate. Kendall, column 2, row 1, fly ball out there to Ludwig. And that is out number 1. Herman will get the hold side. We subtract 3 on an F8, subtract 3 from the base run rating. So BRs of 0, he will get the hold side. Top of the order, Ricky Weeks is up. Weeks is 1 for 2 with a triple, a walk, and a run scored, and here's the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3, possible error. 1-1, column 1, row 1, fly ball out there to Duncan. Duncan's error range is on a 1 to 20. There is no error. So even roll, 6 even, no error. So 2 away, and the Brewers are down to their last out. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 0. And they are going to bring in Mike Rivera to come in. So they're going to bring in Mike Rivera. Rivera is batting a 167, and here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a power hit to Duncan on a 15. So a 1 to 7 is a single. On an 8 to 15, it's a double. On a 16 to 20, it's a fly ball out. So that's going to be an 8 to 15. That's going to be a double. And with that, the tying run is on second. The go-ahead run at Ryan Broad comes up to the plate, and the Brewers keep the inning alive. Braun is 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 14. The crowd here at Busch Stadium on their feet. Column 4, row 1. Home run chance on a 1 to 7, on a 1 to 19. The 17 is in range, and that ball is out of here. It's a two-run home run down center field. Ludwig going back. He goes back, chases it to the wall. It's out of here. Two-run home run flips the scoreboard in favor of the Brewers. It's 6-5. Prince Fielder is 1 for 4 with a strikeout and an RBI. And remember, an inside pitch, no lead is safe. 2-2, column 2, row 2, that's going to be a base hit. And the reason we get that base hit is Franklin's number of batters that he can face is 0. And that is good for a base hit, and the Cardinals are going to the bullpen. And with that, they're going to bring in Russ. Yeah, they're going to bring in, actually, they're going to bring in Ron Villone. Haven't seen him in a while. That's his card. Ron Villone comes into the game. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Ryan Franklin, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 12.33. Bill Hall, and here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. Hall, gonna take the pitch. Column 3, row 2, that's gonna be a strikeout on a 1 to 11. The 18 is too high. So we're going to check to see, do we have a reprieve on a strikeout, special K rating on a 1 to 4. The 10 is too high. Column 1, row 1, line drive to first base. And that will retire the side. So the Brewers now in a save situation. And they're going to bring in Eric to pitch. So that's his card. He can face 4 batters. Yep. And at center field, we do have a new player taking over at center field, and that's gonna be Mike Herman will take over at center field. So Eric Grange pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Adam Kennedy, Ron Villone, and Cesar Zutras due up. And here is the pitch to Adam Kennedy, not taking the hit. And with that, they're going to bring in Aaron Miles to pinch hit. Miles, batting a .240. Here's the pitch. Brewers 3 outs away from winning. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Strikeout, that's a 2. The 6 is too high. And before we get to Aaron Miles, let's take a look here at Mota's stats. He went 1 inning, no ERA. Nothing across the board from there. Column 2, row 3, that's going to be a fly ball out there to Hart. And one away. One Villone not taking the hit. So they are going to bring in Brendan Ryan to pinch hit. Ryan comes in the game with a 1.43, and here's the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3, that's going to be a blank. 1-4, column 1, row 4, it's a fly ball to Carmen. Carmen goes back, makes the catch, 2 away. Cesar Izutris up. Izutris is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, and here's the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1, home run result. That's a 0, so the range for the home run is a 0. The 4 is too high. 6-4-6, column 4, row 6, and that's good for a base hit. Tying run aboard. The go-ahead run as Skip Schumacher comes up. Crowd here at Busch Stadium on their feet. Schumacher 1 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Strategy roll is an 18, and here's the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3, wild pitch. On a 1-2, it's a pass ball. The 12 is too high. Schumacher, 4-3, column 4, row 3, line drive to Hall. And Hall will make the catch as the Brewers defeat the Cardinals 6-5. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. The final line score coming right up. So with that, Guerrero Mota will get the win. Ryan Franklin will pick up his second loss. Mota, actually, that's his second win. Eric will get the save. Milwaukee defeats the Cardinals. The Brewers defeat the Cardinals. Final score is 6-5. Brewers 6 runs and 9 hits, no errors. The Cardinals 5 runs, 7 hits. They've committed 1 error. Ryan Braun will pick up his 3rd home run. Albert Pujols 2 home runs on the day. That's his 6th home run on the replay, and we're just here in season. So with that, Guerrero Mota will get the win, his second win. He went 1 inning, no ERA there. Ryan Franklin picks up his second loss, went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 12.33. Eric will get the save. That's his first save of the season. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no ERA. Ron Villone went 1/3 of an inning, no earned runs there, ERA of 0. So that's going to do it for us here at Busch Stadium, as the Brewers will improve to 6-7. St. Louis drops to 500. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay come up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Fielder Dreams. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.